people do forget that law firms are actually businesses. Therefore, aspiring lawyers, as well as having the legal knowledge, is also important to be business-minded.
Welcome to the Law Process Studios.
In today's news, we will be discussing the internal market bill and whether the UK is actually breaking the law. However, before we move on to today's news, we thought it's actually important to explain what commercial awareness is, why we're doing this commercial awareness series, and why it is important for aspiring lawyers. So Jade, in simple terms, what is commercial awareness?
Commercial awareness is literally knowing and having an understanding of what is happening in the world.
Yeah.
It is understanding the economy and the legal market and knowing how this affects businesses.
It is actually extremely important for lawyers to understand the business environment, because a lot of people do forget that law firms are actually businesses. Therefore, aspiring lawyers, as well as having the legal knowledge, is also important to be business-minded. You need to be able to think of how any significant changes in the world will affect the legal markets and law firms.
Also, if you want to do well in your applications, or simply just progress in your legal career, then you need to be up to date with political, economic and social developments.
Yeah.
However, this isn't something that you can just learn overnight.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you're constantly keeping up to speed with what's going on in the world.
So, how do you become commercially aware?
An app that I use is Finimize. This gives you daily updates of commercial news in quick snapshots. Another source that I use is LinkedIn. This is really good if you want to focus on a particular area. You can use a hashtag and look up what people are posting about that, or you can even join different groups and pages on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And LinkedIn also does a daily rundown of the top news.
Websites that I also find really useful are The Lawyer, The Lawyer to Be, Legal Business, and Legal Cheek. The Law Careers Net website is also really good, and in fact they have a newsletter which has all the commercial awareness news for that month, and if you subscribe to them, they'll send you an email.
Another one that I was a bit hesitant to say is the Financial Times. This is a really good source to keep up to date with commercial news. However, it can be a bit tricky to read and digest, so it's a good idea to read this alongside some of the other sources that we've listed.
Yeah. And also, guys, one of the easiest way to actually keep up with what's going on in the world is just simply to watch the news and read the news.
Finally, getting yourself some work experience could also help with your commercial awareness knowledge. As if you're working in a law firm or a business, you'll be able to understand how a business works and how external factors affect the decisions that are made within a business.
Remember guys, keeping up to date with what's going on in the world is actually not enough. You need to be able to apply what you've read and what you've learned to the business. And this is where the SWOT analysis comes into place. So for those of you who don't know what the SWOT analysis is, it is S for strength, W for weaknesses, O for opportunities, and T for threats. So the SWOT analysis is a very effective way of trying to understand a business's strategy, goal, and concerns.
Yes, solicitors often use the SWOT analysis to help when making decisions.
Now that you have a brief understanding of what commercial awareness is and its importance, let's get into today's news.
The UK government has introduced a new bill called the Internal Market Bill. This bill will prevent a hard border in the Irish island in the event no trade deal is reached with the EU. It will give the UK government power to change or disapply border rules between Britain and Northern Ireland.
However, the problem with this new bill is that it contradicts and undermines the Brexit withdrawal agreement that was signed last year. This would not only break international law, but also have significant implications for the UK's global reputation.
The government's justification for breaking the law is to protect the integrity of the UK.
However, MPs from all parties have expressed deep concern about this move. Former Prime Minister Theresa May has actually asked, how will other countries be able to trust the UK not to go back on its international agreement when it sees fit? The head of UK's government's legal department have actually also resigned, allegedly over this issue.
Unsurprisingly, EU leaders have also strongly criticised the plans and urged the UK to drop the plans. If the UK persists, the EU could end trade talks entirely and launch legal action against the UK.
So what does this mean for businesses?
This could present problems for businesses and organisations that transfers goods and services from Ireland to the UK. So this could mean increased costs for certain goods or a complete stop in certain services.
So that brings us to the end of the video. If you haven't done so already, like, comment and subscribe.
And we'll see you in our next one.
Bye!